Okay, everybody, welcome. We got our Swedish stove, and we're going to make a brew, a cup of tea. I'm going to show you how this stove works with the tablets that it came with, the surplus tablets. And this is the surplus Swedish stove. I'm going to use the United States canteen cup and military canteen to cook this in. And so let's get started. We have our stove. Right here, our foldable stove. See, it folds down about the size of our pack of cigarettes. We're going to open it up and we're going to take out a tablet from our pouch, place it in the stove, as you can see, and we're going to take a match. These other tablets off to the side. And first we're going to pour our water to make our tea into our cup. We're going to use about 8 ounces of water or so. Go. So we have our water in our canteen cup. We have our green tea that we're going to use for our brew. This is a Tazo tea from Starbucks. It's a very good green tea. Light our tablet. These tablets are surplus, so I've tested a couple of them out. They seem to work pretty good. There you go. So the tablet's on. Now, before the stove gets too hot, we'll set the stand a little bit. And then we'll set our cup on the stove, as you can see. And then we'll let that come to a boil. Okay, we'll be back when that's boiling. Alright, we're a couple minutes in to this, and I'm just going to give you another view of the water boiling. Or getting ready to boil, starting to bubble. We got about 3 minutes already. Again, I have one tablet on here. I'm still experimenting with the tablets to see how they work. These are older tablets. I know the Esbit tablets last a little longer. These seem to be a little bit smaller, but doing the job nonetheless. Now, if you have to boil water and you didn't have these tablets, there's some biogel they make that I have. It's called Green Heat, that works fairly well. And then there's, if you really had to, you could put some small tinder in that stove and use wood. Use your match light, your fire steel to start your tinder up, and you could even use tinder in there. I really like the compactness of this stove, the simplicity of it, and I just like the whole idea of it being small and so packable like that, and lightweight. It's a great stove for your go bag, your kits, as a backup to, say, your like a Brunton isobutane stove. Just a good backup to have in a pinch. And in a survival situation, this would be a godsend. So, water's almost ready, and we'll come back and make our tea. Okay, we're back. Our tablet's winding down right now, but we're hot enough where we're going to put the tea bag in. I don't have this at a rolling boil. If I probably would have put 2 tablets in, or a tablet and a half, it probably would have been a rolling boil. But to make a tea, a simple tea bag, I don't need this to have a rolling boil. It's plenty hot for what I need it for right now, and that's to make a cup of tea. And so you have here a simple set, like we said. The United States canteen cup. You have your Swedish military stove. That's very small and packable. And we have our tablets that it came with and that we're using. And these again are surplus tablets. I don't know how old they are, but they came with the stove. They're probably fairly old, but they do still do the trick. So I had 12 that came with the stove, and I just bought a couple of these stoves. They're about $6.99 in the Army Navy store, the surplus store, and I would highly recommend a stove like this if you could find it on the used market or even online at some of the sites like Brigade Quartermaster or Cheaper Than Dirt or one of those other online stores that sell surplus items. And then as you're going around your town in your local areas, look for, Army Navy store and take a walk in. You never know some of the items that they have there. Okay, this is done, so I'm going to take the cup off. Again, the tablet's just winding down. The tablet burned for over 5 minutes. That small wafer burned for about 6 or 7 minutes. So, and that was plenty enough to brew my tea, as you can see. I had about 8-10 ounces of water in here, and maybe even more than that. And so I'm ready to drink let this brew a little bit, and I'll be ready to drink. So again, you have the Swedish military stove, the tablets that it came with, and United States GI canteen kit. So here you go. Thanks for tuning in, and you got a very inexpensive cook set here, and looking forward to your subscriptions, your comments. God bless everyone, and take care.